You do this. Please.
Good evening. Tonight's feature is the 20-minute You Should Poop Challenge Halloween round. So sit back and enjoy.
Plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul.
Driver saw it last night. Where? Asked Thomas and Toby.
Well, I'm not telling you.
But you'd better clean Percy, or people will think he's a ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us. Huh. Who cares?
That wasn't very nice.
Jim, Percy, what are you talking about? The ghost train. That evening, he came back from the harbour. Percy knew where he was, even in the dark. Crow's Farm, but a broken cartload of lime lay ahead. Thomas was being oiled up for his evening train. Percy's had an accident, cried Toby. Poor engine, said Thomas. Botheration! That means I'll be late. Percy's dead. Oh! You're just a silly little cunt. Percy was
Very disappointed.
Percy's
Adopted.
It said it was coming here to fuck us. Who cares? Oh, it makes my bubble. I'm not scared.
Poor engine, said Thomas.
And every year on the date of the accident, it comes again. Plunging into the gap.
But a broken cartload of pizza lay ahead. Sam the farmer had just gone to help. Percy broke the cart to smithereens. Pizza flew everywhere.
Thrust first.
And every year on the date of
87!
it runs again as a warning to others.
Danger. Engines must not pass this board.
Plunging into the gap.
Where have you been? Asked Toby. Ah, well, said Thomas.
Plunging into the plunge.
Ugh.
And every year on the date of the accident.
Go a gunk. We shan't be long now.
Somebody
hello there.
Anyone would think, chuckled Toby, that our Thomas had just seen a ghost.
And every year on the date of the accident runs again.
Not that kind of accident.
Plunging into the plunge.
Percy was stupid. That evening, he came. Anyone would think, chuckled Toby, that our Thomas had become a ghost. Help!
Plunging into the trap.
Door! Percy, what are you talking about? I don't fucking know. Percy's had an accident, cried Toby. Oh,
No.
anyway, Percy, what are you talking about? The great pumpkin.
On Halloween night, the great pumpkin rises out of his pumpkin patch.
Huh, said us. You're just a sissy. But you'd better clean Percy, or people will think he's a ghost.
Ghost!
It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us. Huh. Who cares? Not by the smoke of my chimney,
Chim chim chiree, a sweep it.
You little Willy campaign my bust, said Thomas. Thomas didn't believe in your ghost, said Percy next morning. Neither do I. It was a pretend ghost on television. Percy's had an accident, cried Toby.
Oh no! Anyway.
I'll chuff and I'll puff and I'll
Blow you for £5.
Well, well, well.
Little Maui's having trouble with his luck.
But a broken cartload of lime lay ahead. Sam Waldron just gone for help in the valley. Who cares? Don't be frightened, Toby. I'll call the ghost busters. Percy broke Smithers. Thomas was being oiled up for his evening train. Percy's had an accident, cried Toby. Who cares? Thomas. Yes, that's dreadfully rude. Huh. I've just seen something, said Toby. It looked like Percy's cock. It said it was coming here to have what says pee, pee, pip, 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 pee. Oh dear.
Our next episode on tonight's feature is Duncan Gets Spooked. The little engines were busy clearing their railway of pizza.
No.
Faster, faster! Faster than a bullet from a gun! A sign read,
No smiling. No laughing. No chuckling.
then it was too late. They arrived safely. This gave Peter Sam's driver an idea. You will shunt trucks in the yards till I can trust you again.
But it wasn't my fault.
Pah, ghosts. Things that go bump in the night. Well, I'll tell you a story that'll make your funnel quiver, Rusty said.
I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan, with bloodstains under its eyes.
So what do you think of that, Duncan?
It was dreadful.
The little engines were busy clearing their railway of leave me on. The trucks were bored. Let's break away. It was too late.
What are you doing in my swamp?
It's the ghost! The little engines were busy clearing their railway of cocks. But many a workman will tell you that the moon is Pokemon. Haunted bridge. Pah, snorted Duncan. It's as tame as a pet rabbit. His driver knew they were only little insects that shine brightly at night. But to Duncan, they looked like smudger. The little engines were busy. Woo, woo. A long time ago, when the moon is full, they have no. Let's play Duncan. No. Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. His driver shot off the bridge. Then it was too late.
There's a deep bit with foot. I'm drowning in...
Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. His driver sighed. This was our fault. We didn't secure them properly. Goodbye. Peter Sam... He was never found again. Rubbish. And once there, whistled goodbye. That's not a whistle. A sign read, beep, beep. The moon was full, and the gates were rising around the UK, but the trucks were bored. On board, a little engine was returning home.
How was your day in the big blue house?
This gave Peter Sam's driver an idea. Let's play Smash Brothers. Woo, 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 woo. Take me back. When he thought his driver wasn't looking, just to make sure that he was still asleep. The trucks were bored. Let's break free. And he was. You shouldn't have, bitch. So what do you think of me, Duncan? Nonce. Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. The Fat Controller
Didn't take the news well.
Look what you've done to my bloody
trucks.
man!
Duncan's driver decided as part of the plan. When Duncan reached the safety of his shed, he closed his ass tightly. Spooked are you, Duncan? Laughed his driver. No, no. The Fat Controller will be very annoyed. And he was. You will shut the fuck up. We'll do it tonight, they said. Duncan, they look like an It's keeper of beans. Shunt trucks in the yards till I can trust you again. Duncan was spooked. Yeah! Next, his driver secretly threw a rock from the cab into the ravine. A little engine was returning home. It was a misty moonlit night.
Someone has a bad sense of humor.
It was too late, Duncan. If we don't go now, Scarlet will take my wife again. It's the ghost! Take me back! Take me back, please! No! Well, Duncan, I'm a slow! No!
Nope.
Spooked are you, Duncan? Laughed his driver.
Yes!
And refused to open his eyes. He did, though. When he thought his driver... I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his lab begun to rise. And suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. I hope you all enjoyed this round. And happy Halloween.
But, sir, it's November.
Silence.